10 minutes, that was about what it took last time. Are we happening?
Potentially. Hey, I think we're up. It looks like, yeah, there's an ad running over here. I'm going to mute that. G'day, everyone. Can you see us now?
Ooh,
We are
touch on the one. Tommy Hawkins, nice little, could be a goal. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think we're on. Guys, is it terrible? It kind of looks terrible. Can you at least hear us? Is it breaking up a little bit?
can you hear me crunching on ice? Macca's Cup. What do you reckon? Goal or behind? I'm thinking goal, just. Ooh, okay. Actually, I might change backflip on that and say behind.
I might just up the bit rate. It's actually had an inverse effect. See if that improves.
They call it the behind as well.
Hey guys, is the quality as bad as it is on my screen here? Someone said, did it start? That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that light's still red.
Yeah, fuck. What is a bit rate?
I think it's like the quality of the footage.
Yeah, I might have. I'll try the other way.
What, make it lower?
Yeah. Is that too fucked?
1 bit rates. Ooh, I saw green for a second.
Yeah. Toby Green.
That's tomorrow night, mate.
Apologies, guys, for the stream. We're hoping it improves. The first time we did this, it was shocking for a long time.
No, sort of
got
clip,
better.
hopefully.
Jonathan's asking if Geelong win, will they play next week? No, the winner of this gets is West Coast on Friday night, I reckon. Alright, so the Cats take a mark through Rowan, a chance to peg one. But obviously, we've been distracted, but it appears that the Pies have been all over them so far. I still get people in the comments saying, like, expecting that we're going to stream the game.
Yeah. If only. I wish we could sort of add something to it, but
Yeah.
copyright, obviously.
G'day, Morris. Guys, has the quality got any better? I can't really follow it. It does look a little grainy still, but maybe the frames per second look a little better. Nah, so someone just said that internet though, so yeah, no, I'm guessing it hasn't improved that much.
Yeah. Probably doesn't help when my family's home tonight either.
Yeah.
And
He hates his family.
And they're draining what precious internet we have.
Yeah.
Especially considering I showed on Stan the other day.
Why don't we go out and encourage them to go watch the footy at the pub tonight?
He's probably watching Breaking Bad on Stan. That's what's killing.
Oh, he missed. Oof. Oh, it's a big miss.
Oh, is it? Go. We're green.
Yeah, for now. For now.
It's on the hotspot though, so maybe the
hotspot
hotspot might actually hold.
Maybe.
Hopefully the hotspot fucking holds.
Hey guys, how we going now? We've started hotspotting, and from our perspective, it looks better. We got a green light now for the first time. Yeah, it looks alright now.
Huh? Hopefully. Lucky I got a shitload of gigabytes on me bloody phone.
We're down to 4 watching.
Guys,
Guys,
surprised we've got 4.
yeah, we had 29 a few minutes ago. Guys, I appreciate you all sticking around. Hopefully, we are good to go. How is everyone? We're trying to move more central.
Yeah, I'm just plugging my shit in, mate. Now that I'm hotspotting it.
Gross. Hey, thanks guys for sticking through. Appreciate it. I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I probably would have bailed at that point.
Cool.
I probably would have stuck my head back in later.
Jesse, your voice is echoing. Did you add an audio input?
For some reason, you've activated the mic as well as the bloody. So get rid of the mic. Keep audio input. You want to get rid of the mic.
Nah, because video capture also has the mic.
Yeah, but you want this mic, not the mic.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got it in my laptop.
You can't do it like that. You have to do it like.
But I specifically added the mic. Didn't you specifically?
Yeah, but then it records them both. How's the audio now, guys? Now, when I did this at home, I turned on the audio thing specifically, and it plays them both.
Yeah.
But when I fed that in, the video capture defaulted to that. Audio's okay? Let me just turn it off.
Bit of Inception. Apologise.
Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, we might be back to normal now.
Maney!
Adelaide Crows the best says, good to see you stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks, mate. Thank you, guys, again. We are good to go. All right,
Bit of a chain of handballs just happened, and Tommy Stewart picks it off.
Yeah, so we've barely caught much of this first quarter because we've been so distracted. Looks like the Pies got the jump early. Looks like the Cats.
Cats have taken over the last few minutes.
Started
I have a bit
dominating.
of an eye on it.
Hawkins missed that crucial shot from like 10 metres out. That's a bit brutal. Guys, what are your predictions? Give us your predictions. Morris is asking, will you be streaming the Eagles semi? That's a good question. I haven't decided yet.
Jesse, you'll probably be careful because you'll probably have a semi during the Eagles game.
Well, I hope so. That means we're playing well. Also, these are kids. Look, I hope so. That'll be fun to do it. I just need to make sure Bush is available, and we'll table it. It's not a bad idea. I would like to. Selwood versus DeGoey. Who wins in a brawl, says Joycey. Apparently they had a brawl, or a tussle, sorry.
They did have DeGoey clotheslined him. That sort of looked like it was interesting, but argy-bargy.
I feel like DeGoey would pack a stronger punch, but Selwood's tougher.
Yeah, Selwood's pretty tough. You can't go against him.
I feel like you couldn't knock Selwood out if you tried.
DeGoey would give it a red-hot crack, though, I reckon.
Yeah.
He'd swing for
Timmy
the
Kelly goes deep, and Jeremy Howe. Oh, pay the mark. Oh, good. Yeah. Docker fans in the house. Mim is going for the Caddies. Luke says Geelong win by 2. Morris says Collingwood wins. Eagles beat Geelong. Gee, that'd be good. Brody Allen's
straight
here.
sets again for Geelong.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, we talked about this. When was the last time they went straight set?
It was a few years ago.
Nah, I don't know.
Mid-teens.
Maybe 2015?
Yeah. Mid-teens. I'd put it in the mid-teens.
Nah, because in 2015 they didn't make the 4. I reckon 2014 at a stretch.
I swore it was 16.
Nah, 16 they definitely played in the prelim because they lost to Sydney. Because the final 4 in 2016 was Geelong and Sydney and Bulldogs and GWS. Because some people thought it was going to be a Geelong GWS grand final. Does anyone know the answer? When was the last time Geelong went straight sets out?
I have it in my head. It's not too long ago. Mid-teens. Somewhere in the mid-teens.
I'll say 2014. It looks like Brody says he reckons the Pies win by 23. Luke says who will West Coast play next week? So they'll play the loser
Steely.
Late goal for Collingwood. Oh my God. I thought he was going to pass that off there. And we've got a goal to the Pies, 3-goal lead. So
That's a momentum killer. After Geelong's past 5 minutes, that will completely kill what momentum they gained.
So if anyone needs reminding, I did tip Collingwood and Busher tipped Geelong.
All right, I'll go with that. I don't even know who I tipped really.
You did it in the podcast.
Did I?
Yeah.
I swore we just reviewed the losers in the podcast.
Oh, not today. No, yet last week.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, so many podcasts, we just lose track. Sasquatch Frio says this game is a prime example of the need for clash jumpers. I don't like clash jumpers that much, but I take your point. I personally would rather see a bit of a clash more often and less clash jumpers, particularly in finals. I would hate to see my team wear a clash jumper in a grand final.
You've done it before, haven't you?
Not a clash. No, we've only ever won Royal Blue, actually, in the grand final. But Richmond's premiership bothers me because they won it in a yellow jumper. I know that's lame.
Poor Richmond.
It just bothers me. It's the OCD in me. I'm just going to get a jumper on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
College, hasn't he?
Jiminy Cricket says you can only pick one. Who do you take, DeGoey or Kelly? That's a good one.
Ooh.
I'd say DeGoey.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go him just.
Yeah, until Kelly becomes an Eagle, then I'm very biased and say Tim Kelly's the best player in the competition.
I'm sure you would.
I'd say DeGoey.
Yeah, DeGoey just gives you that extra flair as a forward compared to Kelly. Kelly can play a bit of forward, but not like DeGoey can. DeGoey can control the forward line.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually curious to see how Kelly goes in a team that isn't a stacked midfield. I wonder if he gets a bit more attention.
To be fair with Geelong, a lot of their talent that you would say would be their stacked midfield talent have been playing in different roles this year. Selwood's been more on a wing, hasn't he, this year? Danger and Gaz have spent solid chunks in the forward line.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Still.
He's been the one consistent midfielder for him.
I guess so. 2014 was the last straight sets for the Cats.
Nice. Mid-teens. I'll take that.
Luke says, do I like the Eagles clash jumper? I don't mind it as a clash jumper, but I don't love it. I know and if we wore it in the grand final, I would dispute it. I would hate it.
Yeah.
Riley's here. G'day, Riley. Julian, g'day, mate. How are ya? What is your favourite Eagles jumper of all time? Surely it is just about the current one or just the royal blue just before this one? But always royal blue. It's got to be.
Yeah, the blue is nicer for you guys.
Will we do more live streams in the finals? Well, it'd be good to do one a week, I'd say. That's
try and
probably
sneak one in, yeah.
Like, if we're feeling real toey around prelims, maybe both prelims.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. I do work next weekend, which sucks.
I'd even do the Brownlow. That'd be something.
I'd love to do the Brownlow, but I know Caden McDonald does the Brownlow.
Yeah, fair.
I don't really want to step on his toes. He would get more views anyway. I'm not denying that, but it's just more like...
Bit of a cutting grass type of thing.
Yeah.
Cutting his grass.
But maybe. 2 live stream ideas come to me. The drafts, I definitely want to do.
That's our sort of niche, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think anyone else would be doing that.
Yeah.
Potentially, a deadline day on trade day. The trade week. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But it just needs to be set up in a way that is, like, interesting.
Yeah, we'd need to figure out a format for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Draft's pretty sort of...
The draft would be good because I feel like...
As a pick happens, you sort of talk about it.
Yeah. And, like, I don't think we'd be that much worse than, like, the coverage that you currently get on the draft.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's not much, really.
Yeah. But someone watches instead of the actual draft. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
The draft's hard to access, I think, for some people.
True. That's true. It's not on free to wear for a start. That's a great point.
Yeah. We'd be easily accessible as a draft resource.
Yeah. Who would you prefer to play? The question is, who would the Eagles prefer to play? But who, in your opinion, would you rather play Bush if you were the Eagles right now?
Collingwood, I feel like they have the psychological edge over them, even at the MCG. They killed them in round 3 this year, the grand final. They have that psychological confidence.
They did just beat us in Perth.
That's true.
I reckon they'll take confidence from that. I think Collingwood are going to win the flag. So I'd probably rather play Geelong on current form. Someone else asked, do you agree with their slow style? I don't know if it's a case of agreeing or disagreeing. What it seems to be is like when Geelong play slower, they play better. Like when they've won all their games, they've played slower, like according to the stats. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
To answer the question, if it works for them, go for it.
I ain't going to argue on the way they've been this year.
G'day, Daniel G. He's asked for a shout out, and why not?
G'day, Daniel. Great name.
Let me just scroll up in case I've missed a few.
I might duck out quickly while it's still quarter break.
That means he needs to poo.
Absolutely.
We've got Footy watching now. Welcome, guys. Thanks for jumping back on after it was, it was looking a bit rough there with the internet connection, but we're hotspotting it now. We've worked out all the little technical glitches. Thoughts on Nick Nat's fence throw? Well, at the time I was fired up, and I wanted to see Merritt absolutely dropped on his hole, and I was satisfied to see Nick Nat slam him. Yeah, it is a bit of a, not dog act, but it's a little bit to pull on his hair. But then again, I can see how in the moment, just how Merritt got frustrated and just grabbed something you could see. Thankfully it was his hair. And Nat knew he dropped him, and I think that was probably an understandable reaction, but you probably don't want to see that all the time, because Merritt probably could have got hurt. He didn't. But $1,500 is a fair whack, so I think it would have been rubbish if Nick Nat got rubbed out, though. I wasn't at the game yesterday. No, I wasn't, unfortunately. I'm a member, but I would have had to have paid $80 for the ticket, and I just thought, elimination final. It sounds so wanky. But I do have flights to Melbourne for the grand final weekend that are refundable. So if the Eagles get knocked out, I get my money back. And obviously, if they make it, then I have a chance of going to Melbourne. So. Emmanuel's saying the jerseys are too similar. Yeah, so what they could have done is Geelong could have worn their white shorts and Collingwood wore their black shorts just to finish off that home versus away debate. But Geelong wear white shorts in finals. I thought they preferred it. I remember them saying. So sometimes they've hosted a final and worn white shorts. And that was probably a good opportunity for them to do it tonight as well. I can smell that.
Mate, that sounds awkward when you're fucking talking about what you said before I left.
What was that?
You said I was taking shit. You sounded to smell like shit, mate.
Yeah, a little bit. Luke's asked who's going to be the Freo coach next year.
Hopefully JL.
Justin Langer. That's ambitious.
Oh, I'll take him.
Yeah.
What about on Russell? No, yeah, Justin Longmuir would be pretty good, not going to lie. I don't even mind the idea, but I've heard floated around if Woosha loses his job, the head of coaching boss over Justin Longmuir, considering their history at West Coast, he'd be a great mentor for Longmuir in that role. And though I sort of don't see him being head coach again in the league, I feel like Woosha's got the ability to coach a coach, if that makes any sort of sense, like coach them through what it's like to be a coach.
Yeah, okay.
He'd be a sounding board for Longmuir.
I really don't think Woosh should get the sack, though.
Yeah, if he does, it's pretty wrong.
It's harsh,
yeah, definitely harsh.
It's exactly the sort of risk that will bite teams in the arse.
Like, he's been there longer than people realise, but he's just made a fun.
Maybe it was just me who didn't realise how long it was.
I don't. It sounds like the consensus from when I hear people talk about him. Like, they're like, he's been there a couple of years, is the phrase I've heard. Even Fox Footy type people say that.
Yeah. I don't think Essendon's list is so good that he should get sacked for finishing 8th.
Yeah, I don't think he should get sacked. They made the finals.
And they also, at the risk of big nerding my own team, they played one of the best teams to finish 5th in a long time as well. Considering some people thought they were up there with the top 2 or 3 teams this year.
they were.
For them to finish 5th, I can't think of too many other players.
I feel the assumption of the Eagles being in that position was based on them being in the top 4 though, because that is such a
No, I don't think so.
important facet for their final success is having that ability to play at Optus
I think
as much as you can.
No, even when the Eagles were 3rd recently, they were talking up Richmond and West Coast as the best 2.
Yeah, but still in that scenario, you would have played away the first one, but then if you'd won the game away, great. If you'd lost it, you would have been able to come back here, defend, build some confidence, and then go into a prelim.
Yeah, I'm distinguishing between flag chance versus how people seem to rank them. Well, even in my opinion, I think West Coast this year to finish 5th is probably better than almost any other team to finish 5th that I've seen. Mate, it's hard to go off the top of your head, I know.
Yeah, putting me on the spot a bit there.
Yeah. But even just last year with Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne were pretty good, but I would say they're not as good as West Coast this year.
Yeah, especially the way they've come down to earth this year.
I think it was a strong top 5 this year.
Strong 8, really. Strong competition, I feel.
Personally, I'd say the top 5 are much stronger than 6, 7, 8.
Bulldogs?
But I agree. The Doggies are a good chance to cause some damage, but they also only won like 12 games or 13 games. So, and they also lost to Gold Coast and Carlton.
In terms of tangible performance in the season, I'd say that, but in terms of like talent and competitiveness of games, it's been probably closest to even I've seen the comp.
Sure. I don't know. I think runs on the board this year, there was a big gap, in my opinion.
Yeah, in runs on the board, I'll give you that. Like in terms of 16 wins versus 12 sort of thing, that's relevant.
So back to the game. Collingwood is going deep and looking threatening. Currently 17 points up. Here we go. Is that Howe's loading up for a goal?
Oh!
He's kicked a goal. I can't help but feel Collingwood are going to kill him now.
It's a good start for that, that's for sure.
And I'll tell you what, if Collingwood, I already tipped them with the flag, but if they win this, they get a home prelim, potentially against Brisbane. They're a very good chance now to win the grand final. Winning a qualifying final is huge. It is actually huge for your chances.
Set up to defend your home against a team that's been through 2 battles.
What they don't want is to play Richmond in a prelim, but even then I would probably back them at the moment. Man, Darcy Moore was so weird. Yeah, exactly, last year. I think it's all about coming good at the right time, and I think Collingwood had their slump at the right time.
I guess last year it was Richmond were higher. I guess they are again this year.
Richmond didn't have a slump last year.
Richmond didn't have their brutal run with injuries this last year either, to be fair to them.
Oh, Hamish Brayshaw's here. G'day, Hamish.
G'day, how are you, mate?
Luke's asking does Fremantle make the 8 next year?
Ooh. I don't have to say who we sign as a coach, who we get as a CEO, and how we go in the trade period before I could really answer that. But I can't say yes based on current where we're at. But we can turn it around, I feel. Yeah. It's just at the moment.
I mean, you weren't that far off the pace when you had your spine.
Yeah,
in the
that was big for us, losing the spine.
I think Hill and even to a lesser extent Langdon is a little bit destabilising. I think you need a good off-season to add some mature
We need
players.
to mitigate the losses at the very least.
You do.
Which is going to be hard because Brad Hill was our 3rd best player.
Yeah.
Behind Walters and Fife.
Yeah.
Well, Fife and Walters really.
Yeah.
Probably the correct ordering of those 2, but you know what I mean.
How's Pendlebury getting All Australian this year at 51 years old?
Yeah, he's bloody good.
I think he's 32.
Thing is, he's got athleticism, don't get me wrong, but his game doesn't rely on it.
True.
It's more his skill and knowing how to navigate through space.
I agree.
Funny, I think I've told this story before, the Scott Pendlebury Paddy Mills story. How apparently back Paddy Mills is the basketball obviously with the World Cup and everything happening at the moment. Yeah. But Paddy Mills back in the day was a gun footballer, in all the academies and shit coming up. And then Scott Pendlebury was the basketball prodigy about to go to the AIS, which is where the best under 18 basketball kids in the country just go and study and play basketball basically. Then they didn't take their roles, and then basically Paddy Mills got Pendlebury's place in the AOS because Pendlebury didn't want it.
Yeah, right.
And then Paddy Mills has become the NBA superstar.
Yeah.
And Pendlebury's become the champion footballer. Interesting turn of events, that one.
Wow, interesting stat there. Sorry to interrupt that.
Oh, I was done anyway. Don't worry.
But Geelong have lost contested possession and never lost this year when they... Sorry, they've never won when they've lost contested possession. And they've never lost when they've won contested possession. Oh, Degoe's gone for a stinky snap. Oh, a stinky snap. That's just what you did in the bathroom.
Wow, that's one way of putting it.
Who's mark of the year for you guys? I'm going to say Liam Ryan over Gawn. That was my favourite.
Yeah, the run back one.
Yeah, but Lincoln McCarthy is probably a close second.
I wasn't... He was good, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't as huge on it as some other grabs. Even Crozier is rated.
Fair enough. Yeah. I guess for significance.
McCarthy, significance, I'll give it to him, but in terms of athleticism and stuff, I felt it was a little lacking.
Yep. Okay.
But context-wise, it was good. Yeah. But if you're counting context as well, Liam Ryan's had a lot of context behind it as well.
Yeah. More so was McCarthy's because it was first, second.
Yeah. But combination of athleticism, skill, and context. Liam Ryan, and that's coming from me. Dockers, man.
Good man. Hamish Brayshaw says, you know how I said in one of your vids that there was a guy who said AFL was rigged? What are your thoughts? So,
in what context?
I won't name the YouTuber, but it's our old friend.
Oh, I've forgotten his name, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know, I just remembered it.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of videos about how the AFL's rigged against Richmond. And, I don't know.
He's a bit of a tinfoil hat man, that character.
I think that's, one way to put it. I don't know. I won't say too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't kept up to date with whatever the hell he's up to be quite truthful.
On a completely unrelated note, it's nice that we have no dislike bot now.
Oh. Despite our connectivity issues.
Yeah.
Holding up strong. Now, we might even be able to put that bit rate back up, actually, now that I think of it.
Yeah, okay.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah. So Collingwood now lead by 25 points. They threaten, if they get the next couple, they'll put this game to bed. All right. Trying to enhance the quality a little bit. Let's see if actually anything changes.
Crispy.
Maynard is a bull, but his hair is so bad.
Yeah, that is the worst haircut I've ever seen.
It's the worst haircut in the league, yeah. Oh, it's actually gotten worse. It's grown like a little ratty since I last saw it.
Yeah, that is horrendous. Speaking of hair, Quinton Narkle it's not as spectacular as it was last year, but still pretty bloody good looking hair.
People are saying mentioning dislikes is the easiest way to get dislikes. No, I meant I was referring to when we got dislike botted. That was fun. It doesn't actually mean anything to get dislike botted. It was just like mildly annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I still get a little bit of like a rush when Grundy takes a mark, and I'm like, yeah, fantasy points, but it's finals.
I tuned out bloody weeks ago with all that. I went down straight sets in one of my legs. I was spewing.
Someone undisliked and liked again. Thanks, guys. That's kind.
Ooh.
Or Collingwood about to potentially bury Geelong here.
Yeah, that's big. Bit of 2014 about this for Geelong.
Perennial straight setters. Yeah, so 5 goals the difference now. This is close to being put to bed, I reckon. I'd say
early,
one,
but
yeah, I'd say one more. I'm going to just enhance this quality a little bit more.
Nice. Put the idea in his head now. Oh, you've put down the audio bit rate up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I enhanced it.
Wasn't it like something more before?
No, it was 128.
Oh, fair enough.
This was the default now. So 6 goals out of the first 7. That is significant. Hamish says, imagine another Collingwood West Coast Grandy. Yeah, so if Collingwood win this, then that becomes a possibility because they'll fall on the different side of the fixture. Yeah, so obviously if Collingwood loses, then it's not possible. Mind you, I'm not really getting my hopes up yet about West Coast. I'll get excited if we win next week. Oh, average kick by Howe out of defence. Man, that
actually now that you've reminded me that it's the Eagles which Geelong are going to be playing next week, I don't smell much of 2014 at all.
Geelong and West Coast at the G will be interesting because Geelong don't have as much of a home ground advantage these days, and West Coast are pretty good at the MCG now.
Yeah, they've sorted out that.
Nick Nat's free to play. The Eagles are a chance.
What do you reckon Zach Merritt would have done in this situation with Brian Myers here? You reckon he would have tugged one of those dreadlocks?
Brody reckons GWS. I hate that kicking action from Brian. Brody reckons GWS the dark horse. Surely not. They did have a very good win earlier this year down at GMHBA, but I feel like that's a kind of a distant memory. But they are getting some players back. So Canelio, he's not playing well, is he?
I don't think so.
I'll look at the teams, but I don't think they've got Canelio or Deledio back.
They had some ins though, I remember.
Yeah, let's have a look. Hopper is playing. He was an in. But yeah, no Canelio or Deledio.
Kelly playing?
You should be. Yeah.
Cool.
On the bench.
Saucy.
Sounds like Taylor Adams. Is that Taylor Adams has gone off?
I didn't really.
Kind of missed it. We kind of turned down the commentary.
He just kicked the goal, I know that.
Yeah. We've turned down the commentary so we can
not get copyrighted as well for the audio.
Oh, yeah. Mind you, that would be pretty, harsh.
Bit of a stitch up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'd be having words with Gil.
Can Geelong come back? Says Luke. Yeah, they can.
Plenty of time, realistically.
Yeah, they can. But
Collingwood can shit the bed.
Gross.
They did against Freo, for example.
Did they get a big lead in that game?
They had a reasonable lead, I think.
Yeah, right.
Shat the bed from memory.
Ooh, danger in the guts.
Danger in the guts, that is the leading cause of shitting the bed.
See if we can enhance the quality. We probably need a bit more lighting in hindsight, as in some lights going there. I know Caden does that. I think that's just a fundamental of.
It's like the next sort of thing you probably want to invest in almost.
I've got some lamps at home. Work lights. You can just use work light.
Yeah.
They're like $30 at Bunnings. Yeah, I might invest in one.
Yeah, mate. You probably get a discount.
John says the ins for the Giants are Green, Hopper, Haynes, and Deledio. Oh, Deledio is playing. I missed his name.
Toby's a big in.
Thanks for that. Those are some big ins, despite no Canelio.
Do I think Canelio can come back if they get up?
I can't see Deledio's name on it. Oh, there he is. He's in the forward pocket. That's why he got me. What did you say, sorry?
Do you think Canelio can come back if they win? Is that been touted as a possibility?
Yeah, he's listed as 1 week.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
How much you want to bet Jaden Stevenson? Oh, you kicked it off.
Oh, yeah, first game back for him, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, good tackle. Was that Elliott? Ooh. Savage, but probably fair call. The young Irishman. I guess it is actually only 30 points, the difference.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. Almost half a quarter left.
True, but 1 goal at half time is dodgy. Dusty Danger or 5?
5.
I need to say that.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I can't decide. I keep changing my mind, and I think that is reflective of how even they are.
that's a tough question, but
I've been on the Dusty train. I was on the 5 train a few weeks ago. I'm actually starting to think Dusty a danger now at the moment. But I do change all the time.
It's a flavour of the month, bloody question, that's for sure.
I personally think Danger will poll more votes this year. Not that that means everything.
Yeah, he's been in the more successful team, even though Kelly probably got a lot of votes early in the year in particular.
Yeah.
Maney.
Collingwood still dominating territory at the moment. They go forward yet again. 8 minutes to go on the clock. He's gone deep. Oh, my check. Oh, that is a great goal. Who is that?
Vintage Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Hoskin-Elliott. Great goal. It's party time for the Pies, I reckon. No, it's a bit early. It does have a little bit of that Richmond-Collingwood vibe to it, this game.
Yeah. Bit of a putting to the sword, if you will.
Canelio is very likely to make a second week final. Yeah, that was my impression. So that would be against either Brisbane
or Richmond.
Yeah, that's right.
We disagreed on that one as well, didn't we?
We disagreed on everything except the Eagles and Essendon. So you tipped Geelong tonight, and you tipped GWS, didn't you? And I tipped the Bulldogs tomorrow.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, I think I went with the home field GW.
That one is a pretty 50 game now, I reckon. And Richmond, Brisbane, you tipped the home side. Brisbane, I tipped Richmond. So it'd be good if Brisbane won.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Grundy or Nick Nat? Definitely Grundy.
Yeah, Grundy.
Nick Nat was unreal last night, though.
He was your best on ground for me. I think I reflected that in our...
Yeah, you might have, Yeah, so we got a finals player of the year, player of the finals, that's what it is, going at the moment. So we gave Shuey best on ground last night. The three of us scored like 14 or 15 votes.
He didn't get 4 votes because I gave Nick Nat the chockies.
Yeah. I think Nick Nat probably would have been second then.
Yeah, because you gave him 4.
I think Joycey did as well.
He's so important to you guys, I think, when he's up and about. It gives you an extra leveler.
He does. Yeah, he played 17 games last year and he's played 4 this year. It's pretty significant.
It's probably the difference between 5th and your double chance, at least.
Mind you, we only lost 1 more game this year than last. That is an important goal. Parfitt has snapped it with 6 minutes remaining.
Closer to 7.
But... you did that last time too.
Did I actually?
Yeah, I'm going to pee real bad, so you just keep it.
I'll hop on the deck. Will the Dockers ever win a flag? I'm perpetually optimistic. It's getting harder and harder to believe, but I think we can get it done. We've got a good list at the moment. We bring in the right people to help grow and support that list. I think anything's possible. Yeah, John, the Pies look bloody outstanding, I've got to say. They got a lot of talent floating around. They're putting it to full use, even against Geelong, who got a bit themselves. I didn't mind the play on there. He was pretty quick off the boot with it. That's not a bad idea, actually. I could lock him out. I've got a few mates with body. He reckons it's a bit gypped. You can't go for steals without fouls. I've gone off it myself because past years they've pretty much made it. You have to spend $50 on your player before you can do anything with him, really. Don't let Jesse back. I'll lock the door on him, see how he reacts. It'll be pretty funny. Why not? Let's do it. He's coming back, everyone. He's coming back. He's awkwardly pulling at the door, everyone. He's pleading with me. He's doing a kiddie routine. Should I let him back in? Yeah, he looks pretty sad. I'm going to let him in.
Can I ask you to
they did. I happily complied. You had my dog at knife point. I had no choice.
I wish. I would still back your dog to beat you if I had a weapon.
Yeah, he's pretty intimidating, man. I gotta say.
He has a huge dog. Oh, it's 2K20 out.
Yeah, it came out today. I'd usually go to the point guard, but I load him up with shooting in terms of my posse because you get the ball in your hands. Makes it easy to just shoot it whenever you want. I'm a bit more selfish as a 2K player than a real player.
Hamish Brayshaw has just put an answer to someone else, but in your words, he says, when they snag the Brayshaw boys, the Crouch boys, and Cop and Ablett, till then they're stuck. That's actually a great call.
I would be pretty chuffed if we pulled off the Crouch brothers.
That was a great call, Hamish Brayshaw. I love it.
I'd settle for the Brayshaws. I'll take Hamish if you give up on him. I'll take him.
He says, "How was it, Jesse, out there? It was cold, and there's a scary dog out there."
You're lucky he wasn't on you.
Yeah, it's true.
Liking our own video, I like it.
Oh, don't call me out.
Mate,
it's
always a pet peeve of mine.
What's that? Liking your own video?
Yeah.
Nah, some people like their own Instagram posts.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Facebook's the worst. Yeah. I mean, you can see Facebook. Like, everyone's done it more easily.
Yeah.
YouTube's fine. I need it for the algorithm, not for the vanity.
Hotspot's holding up well.
Right, so 4.5 remaining. Collingwood streaming out of the back half. Grundy takes a mark on centre wing, right near the finals logo. Are we seeing our premiership team in action? I think possibly, yeah.
Well, them and Richmond are the two, I feel.
Well, that was my predicted grand final at the start of the year. I said Richmond, Collingwood 1 and 2. I think I said West Coast 3rd. I can't remember who ran it up.
You wouldn't have had the Cats in the thick of it, probably.
I didn't have the Cats. Who did I have?
G-Dubs?
It might have been Melbourne. I think it was Melbourne, to be honest. Or maybe I had Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, Melbourne, yeah.
True Footy or Caden McDonald, both equal, I reckon. Oh, that's generous. I appreciate that. Nah, Caden's still the man, I reckon.
The OG.
He does, his production is like a fair way
He's
good.
at the point where he's committed and put in the dollars and effort to get the equipment and learned how to use it. That's half the struggle, yeah.
We don't do that. Nah, it's good. Oh, my check, big mark.
Big Brody.
That is a dagger into the Geelong anus right before halftime. Screen is freezing. Nice. We've still got good KBS on there. Going all right. Do you like Jason? If you're referring to Backyard Charizard, yeah, he's an absolute legend.
Yeah, he's been around for a while as well, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah, he has been. I only discovered him recently. Well, I say recently, it was probably like, God, I don't even know, 6 months?
Yeah, time's flying lately, I reckon.
I think the first time I noticed him, he commented on my video, and because his thumbnail is his son wearing a Melbourne jumper, I thought it was a kid, but then he wrote something like quite articulate. Yeah, and I was like, you don't write like a kid, and then I looked at his channel, and he's actually got a cool channel. Have we ever met Kuko and Kados in person? No, but I'd like to set it up. I'm going to try and get them on the True Footy podcast. And, you know, if I do a Melbourne footy trip, I'm definitely going to hit them up. Same with the pair. And potentially Charizard as well. That would be cool. That's just the goal.
Yeah, it'd be good to collab with a few people.
Well done.
Spice it up.
Well done, Dangerfield. Hit up Graham really well then.
That is one area where I say you could give Danger the edge in that 5 Danger Dusties, his usage off his feet.
You reckon? Because he gets like
he can
blasted for that. I'd say Dusty's the best out of those three.
Danger can hit some targets. I've seen him hit some real good targets. Dusty's pretty good by foot as well, don't get me wrong.
I'd say Dusty the biggest one. Oh, Grind, that is such an ugly hat kick, but he's kicked the goal. I can't believe that. I can't believe a player kicks like that.
Yeah, he like rugby kicks it.
Yeah. That's a really important goal for the Cats on half-time. If you miss that, it would have been very tough. It is still very tough. But nonetheless...
Only 25.
They still needed that. Yeah, I know, but it's still more than double. Oh, they're not out of it. But at 17 to 47, that would have been very steep at half-time. Collingwood effectively playing at home too. Oh, the Pair's here. Welcome, Pair. Because I thought they'd be trashed timely. Oh, no, he's been up there as well. It satisfies me seeing Geelong be smashed in the final. Oh, yeah. I just realised why. Obviously, Port Adelaide.
Understandable, that's for sure.
Oh, Selwood cops a high tackle. What a surprise.
Do you reckon?
What do you mean unreal, bad or good? I can't remember what I was talking about. What was that? What did I say was unreal? Sorry, can you just
provide context? Please?
Yeah, was I talking about? Oh, I can't remember what I was talking about. Unless you're talking to somebody else. Oh no, he's talking to somebody else. Dusty is an unreal kick. Yeah, I agree. He's a great kick. Oh, Geelong got another massive goal right on halftime. That's big. That is a big goal. How would you feel if Simo was sacked in 2021? That would suck. I think Simo's could end up being the best Eagles coach. Can I borrow the charger?
Which one?
Charger.
Phony?
No, sorry, my laptop charger is getting a bit low.
Oh, it's floating around down here, I think.
For Simo to get sacked in 2021, it means the Eagles have fallen off the rails. So that would be pretty devastating. Also, I really like him.
Yeah, Simo's a good dude.
Apparently, the Pair predicted Bevo would lose his job. Yeah, well, not that bad a call. If they'd missed finals again, I don't think he would have lost his job. But considering their fall since their premiership, he would have needed to have a good year, which he did.
Yeah, he salvaged himself with that back half of this year. Getting in.
Is Tui the best Irish player of the last 10 years? Yeah, I can't even think of somebody who was...
Hanley? Pierce Hanley in 10 years had his peak, I'd say.
Yeah, I would have still said Tui, but yeah, maybe.
Longevity, I'd say Hanley's peak is better than Tui's peak, but
fair enough.
Tui's done it longer over the stretch. Hanley had like over 20 touches a game one year, didn't he?
22?
Yeah,
couldn't tell you.
He had a few big years in that Brizzy midfield, Hanley, I'm pretty sure.
Duncan looks dejected. Is he out? Is that his knee?
Or hand wrapped up a little in his jumper.
I couldn't actually see properly.
De Goey's off as well.
De Goey's off as well. So significant.
Couple of big outs.
One thing that I think will count against the Eagles if we play Geelong next week is I think it's going to rain next Friday night in Melbourne. It is very far away, but have to say that does suit Geelong. Although now that I look at it, it's changed since when I looked like 4 hours ago, and now it's sunny Friday, so it is typical Melbourne.
I've got an interesting question. I'll extend it to the people in the chat as well. What do you think is Mark Blitzov's best position?
Definitely missionary. I mean, back. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Because I really like him as a ruck. He's real mobile, especially with the rule changes. He can really crumb his own tap. But even as a floating, intercepting back, he's outstanding as well. That's where he won his All-Australians.
Yeah, that's true. We missed that this year, but he was probably halfway. He was probably there halfway through the year.
Yeah.
You know what I hate in Geelong's jumper? How the blue trim doesn't go all the way around. If you look on the back, around their arm, it just goes white in the middle. That's disgusting. All right, so at half-time, guys, the Pies lead by 19 points. Looking fairly comfortable, but a good fight back from Geelong there means is definitely game on. Sorry, Hamish. I tried to keep that kind of subtle, but I guess I failed. Luke, it sounds like the pair's getting roasted by Luke for his predictions. Yeah, my predictions were shite. I also did like 3 predictions videos. I did one like at the start of the summer, and then end of the summer, and then in mid-season as well.
Prediction videos never end well, I've found.
No, but they get so many views.
They're tantalising.
They are fun too. They are really fun.
I enjoy it, the concept.
Do you guys punt?
Yes.
Actually, I don't really. You do it.
I do a bit, yeah.
Tell us about some of your punts.
I've gone big on Australia to win the Basketball World Cup, actually.
Yeah, right.
I got on them when we were paying $26. After the win over Lithuania last night, $13.
Wait, so how much do you put on?
I've got about $30 on it. I've won about $700 or so.
Obviously, you have to get past US.
Yeah, we beat them a couple of weeks ago.
Was that in the World Cup?
No, that was an exhibition.
Exhibition, yeah.
But it was here.
Surely we're not going to beat them again.
It's possible. The US team's looking quite weak. They're barely... Serbia's almost caught up with them to be favourites to win the whole thing.
Jeez.
Serbia's got a bloody good team as well.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's a very tall part of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got this guy Boban Marjanovic. He's 7'3". He was in the recent, what are those fucking Keanu Reeves movies called? The
Entourage.
Nah, the one where John Wick.
Oh,
he was in the most recent John Wick movie. That's some tall assassin guy. Not the best looking fella, but he's got a great personality. He actually really does have a great personality though. Like, he's known for like being real outgoing, friendly guy. Boban.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
Sounds cute.
Yeah.
Pear says, good call on the Boomers. Yeah, you can tell I don't follow basketball at all. I'm just kind of quizzing him.
Yeah.
How good are Lithuania?
Lithuania are pretty good.
I was going to say that. I feel like they're tall in that part of the world as well.
Yeah, they're big guys. They've got Valanciunas, who was a top NBA draft pick a few years ago. Domantas Sabonis, his dad was an absolute legend, and he's pretty good as well.
Too.
Yeah. I've probably butchered the pronunciation of his first name. But yeah, they've got a lot of good European talent. Like the LKL, because it's the European basketball works sort of similar to like Champions League. Like the Euro League's basically the same as Champions League.
Yeah.
And the LKL usually has 1 or 2 good teams in the Euro League. Zalgiris, I know, is well known for winning Euro League titles.
So for the US team, is that literally like LeBron and that?
No, it's like that's the thing. That's why they're beatable at the moment. It's like all their kids. It's basically because the Americans don't give a shit about the World Cup. They just care about the Olympic basketball.
I guess it'd be like international rules, right? It's like you wouldn't send your Fifes and Dangers out there necessarily.
Well, you would. Like it's like the soccer World Cup, except in the basketball world, mainly America, they don't give a shit about the basketball World Cup. They care more about the Olympics. Yeah, whereas in soccer, I know that most soccer people don't give a shit about the Olympics and care about the FIFA World Cup.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Sort of like the opposite of that.
Yeah. Ooh, I've got my grand final tomorrow. Do you have any tips? And it's going to be wet. Keep your head over the ball.
Head over the pills is always good.
Yeah, I love playing in the wet. Like, you hate it at the start, and then by the end of it, you're like, that was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, once you get used to the initial bite of it, it's a good time.
The Pair's probably got some tips. I believe he's got a grand final on this weekend.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow. So good luck to the Pair and you as well, Riley.
What posse do you play? I might have some position-dependent advice.
Yeah. Are we F1 fans? Nah, not really.
I more follow it through Dad. He keeps me in the loop. Like Ricardo, I'm obviously invested in because he's a Perth boy. Yeah. You should be more invested in, man. He's your number 1 bloody ticket holder.
Therefore, I have to follow that sport. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Nah.
And you've briefly lived in Abu Dhabi. They have a race there, mate.
My first ever job was working at the Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
Selling drinks?
As an usher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as an usher.
So you were singing, yeah.
Low-hanging fruit, but yeah.
Someone's got to eat it.
Where are we at with questions? Go Gold Coast, says Lucas Riley. That's ambitious. I don't think
33% of their fan base is in the chat, according to what I said on the podcast earlier.
Riley's a forward. The guy with the grand final.
I like it. I love putting in some work in the forward pocket. Just do the Dom sheet angle, mate. That's the angle I love as well.
Yeah.
Just incorporate that into your game as a forward.
Yeah.
And you'll win the grand final.
Dom sheet angle. Hamish says, imagine in 21-37 the year, we're looking back and laughing how rubbish the Suns were and they've been the best team for 3 years. So it's taken them 118 years or whatever to get good.
I'd be pretty happy for them at that point, assuming I'm still alive, which I probably won't be.
Probably. You'd be like 100.
I don't know what the medical advances are going to be like in the next 100 years. I might be like bloody Futurama with my head in a jar. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't want to live my life like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd go out with dignity.
Walt Disney. Adelaide Crows are the best, says I look like Cornelia. That's a new one. That's very generous. He's a very good-looking man, and I'm like a poor man's Jared Roughhead. that was a bit harsh on Roughhead. And myself. Brody Allen's a mid. Good start. Yeah, the pair, you're a key defender, is that right? He's about 6'5", I believe. Beast.
Good size.
Yeah, not bad. I don't actually know what that is.
What?
What's that from, that meme?
Which one?
Not bad, good size or something?
I don't even know.
Oh, it's a meme.
I'm usually good with memes, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Considering my 21st birthday's fame was memes.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, it is a bit shameful that you don't know that one.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Tim Kelly, Josh Kelly, or Tom Hawkins? I'd go Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I'd go Joshy. I love the throw-in of Tom Hawkins in that trio.
He's had a pretty good year. But...
Yeah, he has, but entirely different sort of player.
Yeah, it is hard. Kelly or Treloar? That's a tough one. I'd probably err on the side of Kelly.
I'd go Treloar.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Treloar's a very good player. He could win the Brownlow.
Yeah, he's definitely a smoky.
Full-back Golden Fist.
Nice.
Yeah, the Busher, you're a Golden Fist in some senses, but no, what? No, I was gonna make a joke, and I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna pull out.
Is that one of those lines you come up with when I first met you in first year uni?
Yes, probably. I was gonna change the colour. All the adults in the chat can work that one out. Footy says, imagine in 2076. There's like 40 clubs in the AFL, and Sam Walsh was like a former 4 times premiership player and on the front bar.
Fuck, I'll feel old.
So the front, hey?
I'd feel fucking old at that point.
Yeah, well, you would be like 81. Sam Walsh would be like 76 or something. What's he body? 2000. Yeah. And I love how the front bar is still a thing.
Footy show had a good innings until it went to piss.
Yeah. Did the Footy show actually get worse, or did people just realise this has actually never been good?
I liked it back when it had like Trevor Marmalade and those sort of dudes on it. Like Marmalade was a funny bastard. Even Eddie was not like. I like Eddie as a TV personality. As weird as that is, like
I don't mind him that much.
Yeah, and even as a person, really, he hasn't really done anything too irksome for me.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of a wanky commentator. He's a good commentator, but he's biased, and they're all so fucking bad at commentating. The Eagles last night, like, I know it just sounded like a whinger from WA, but it's just disgusting how like they pick a team. It's not just the Eagles they do it to. They do it at Fremantle. They do it to a lot of clubs where they pick the team they want to win, and then
they pick the narrative they're invested in.
It sounded like a funeral every time the Eagles kicked the goal. Like, oh, that's heartbreaking, isn't it? I was like, yeah, right. But yeah, I just don't like AFL commentators that much. Wayne Carey or Brodie Grundy? Definitely Carey. Wayne Carey or Buddy Franklin's a good one though.
Oh yeah, that is. But Carey was, I bid before my time, but from what I know, he was a bloody gun.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say Buddy, but it's a bit disingenuous because I haven't seen Carey play.
Yeah, I can't be informed on that one really. God Optus is a good looking stadium. The footage they had of it before. Does look a bit like a cray pot though, not going to lie.
What does it say?
Optus. I've heard people refer to it as the cray pot,
Yeah.
and I can't argue.
It's a 6 stadium. I'd love to go to Adelaide Oval and compare it, because everyone from Adelaide says they are the best stadium, and everyone in Perth says we are the best stadium, and everyone in Melbourne's like, nothing on the MCG. I feel like Optus is a better ground than the MCG, better stadium. But
Facilities.
Yeah, the facilities are better, but the fact that it's 40,000 less people means the grand final can't be there, in my opinion.
Well, the ridiculous agreement the AFL has with the MCG or whatever as well won't permit.
I'm conflicted. It is really unfair, but I also don't want a grand final anywhere else.
I'm not even just talking the grand final. I'm talking the certain amount of finals games have to be played there and stuff like that.
They've relaxed it a bit to over a 2-year period now. The amount of finals there. Because I think it used to be fixed to like 1 year you had to have 4 finals or whatever. Whereas now it's like 2 years. But yeah, it's hard to fathom what it would look like if the AFL had to move an interstate teams final to the MCG. It's hard to imagine what that would look like, especially if, like, let's say all the finals were interstate games. Who would you do it with? I don't know. I don't even know if that's what would happen. Yeah,
they'd have to figure out something.
Jenna says you have a small duck for your age. Hey, have you seen my duck? I don't want to know what that was about.
The other side, what's the context on that one?
I don't want it. I don't want it. Kind of want it. What team outside the 8 could have been threatening if they made the finals? Probably Port.
Yeah.
Port has this ability to beat good teams. Hawthorn probably had that ability too.
Any team run by Clarkson.
But realistically, I don't think anyone past the top 6, and I include the Bulldogs and not GWS, in my opinion, can win the flag. North could have won a final, I reckon.
Maybe. They probably would have given you a better game than Essendon, for example. I think.
On current form, anyway.
Few fines for the boys.
Let's have a look at some stats for this game. I haven't actually looked at them yet.
The boys I was referring to were Merritt and Nick Nat.
Oh, yeah.
I just realised people can't say what I'm watching on the telly.
Trelaw, 17 possessions, the most on ground. So the top 4 ball winners are all Pies. Adams, Grundy, Pendlebury, Grundy's 24 possessions, hit-outs as well. Danger with 14 possessions, he's been lively. They've got a little injured tab for Duncan as well, which we knew.
That's a new addition.
It is, yeah. I don't remember updating the app. Maybe I did. Taylor Adams, 6 clearances. He's a big finals player. I think I had him as my main player to watch for the finals.
I was just checking the old Discord. Nothing happening there by the looks.
Do you even wash your jumper? Does it mean me? Because I do wear this jumper a lot.
I wear this one a lot.
Yeah, no, I do wash it.
Yeah.
He's caught me up.
Yeah, he's figured us out.
Shui or Yo? Shui's better pure mid. Yo's the overall better player.
I like Yo there. Good as well.
Shui's more entertaining to watch for me, but Yo's better.
I don't know. I like the way Yo goes about it, the tackles and the pressure.
Fair enough. I do.
Shui does.
I like more like a classy, skillful kind of player. Good decision making. Yeah. Good in traffic. Hey, Matty Pollock's here.
G'day.
Welcome, friend of the show. Ooh.
Big Brett. Got the St Kilda job.
Is anyone else doing a live stream tonight?
Don't know.
Oh. We didn't really promote this one that much. At all, actually. I did an Insta post last minute. Might do another cheeky Insta story just so people...
Insta live at halftime, mate, for the people.
Installation. Oh yeah, should we live stream on Insta as well?
I might synchronised.
Oops, that was my person looking at that one. Best midfield in the league. Probably Collingwood.
Yeah, I was
fully
thinking
fit.
Pies. Pies was my first thought, but Doggies come to mind pretty quick.
Yeah.
G-Dubs come pretty quick to mind as well.
7 AFL posted a good comparison of 4 GWS and 4 Giants today.
Yeah, that stumped me, that one, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't just decide.
So Cornelio, Whitfield, Kelly and Taranto versus McRae, Bont, Dunkley and Hunter.
Yeah.
I think I went GWS overall, but I said Bont was the best player, in my opinion.
I couldn't. I didn't decide in the end.
Really?
Before we changed subjects, I just couldn't. It was so tough. Like you'd give Taranto the edge over Hunter, I feel, but then that top three. Whitfield probably over Dunkley, maybe.
I'd say Bont first, and then Whitfield over Dunkley. McRae versus Kelly. You'd probably go Kelly.
And then Cornelio, though.
I'd say Bont over Cornelio. Kelly over McRae. Taranto over Hunter. And I've lost track of where we are.
Yeah.
Whitfield and Dunkley. Yeah, Whitfield over Dunkley. So I think overall GWS edges them.
Yeah.
Trelaw, Grundy, Penbury, side bottom, Beams, Adams, Phillips. Yeah, I think if you add in Grundy tapping it down to that Collingwood midfield, which you probably do include him.
Yeah, counting a ruck. But I gave it to him anyway, really, but...
Yeah. Just putting up a little story, letting people know we're doing a live stream.
Saucy. Josh versus Tim Kelly, I think. Touched on that briefly, but I'd probably go Josh Kelly. He's a classy man. Younger, you're going to get him for longer.
Who was it, sorry?
Josh versus Tim.
Yeah, probably Josh, yeah. Feels like a lengthy halftime break. Man, it's been a long day. I started work this morning at 4 a.m. Knocked off at 11, which was nice. I had a half an hour nap. We came and did a podcast, which was a long podcast.
Yeah, it went longer than anticipated.
It was intense. A lot of drama, intrigue, romance. And now we're doing a live stream. And the live streams by themselves take it out of me.
Yeah, it's just pointing out with the initial bullshit we have to...
Yeah, man, do you watch the kickoff? Oh, you've never seen the kickoff?
Isn't that the True Geordie thing?
It's a live stream. Yeah, the True Geordie runs it, basically.
I haven't seen it, but...
It's like a panel pretty much doing exactly what we're doing right now. But it's just non-stop, intense analysis, intense, hardcore EPL.
Going into the game,
It's so good, I love it. That's what I'm aspiring to be, but it's hard.
Yeah, especially when we get distracted by the comments.
Yeah, that's true.
Setting it up.
They get too many to look at the comments. I think it would be good if we had a few people here. Like, I'd like other YouTubers to be in the live stream as well, eventually one day. Oh, there's Simo. Simo's in the game.
What, you're Simo?
Yeah. No, Homer. Yeah, De Goey's out. Interesting. Grundy or Gawn? I'd say Grundy.
Yeah, that's tough, but probably Grundy just.
What's your job, Jesse? I work at Bunnings as a supervisor pleb. Now, it's really good fun. It was my uni job, and I just finished uni about 2 months ago. And I just really enjoy it, and I'm doing YouTube on the side, so I'm going to stick around for a while. Riley got a puppy yesterday. Huge.
Big call. They can be a handful. I know dealing with my current man out there.
Yours is a baby lion. In fact, it's almost a full-grown lion in size.
Yeah, he'd be pushing 50 kegs.
Yeah, from his chest.
No, he's benching 50. Dynamic bench.
Luke has asked, Kados, Cook, or the pair. I couldn't possibly choose. I've had the least to do with Caden. He sort of sticks to himself a little bit more, which I don't blame him for. He doesn't need to really put himself out there that much. obviously he and Cook are best friends. I know they've met the pair. I've just spoken to Caden the least. But between the pair and Cookson and even Backout Charizard, I like them all equally.
Yeah.
I watch all their stuff, so.
It's tough to pick.
Hamish reckons you'll rock up to our address and crash the stream.
First, he hacked me out of the last podcast.
We live in Balga. Oh, Dow House with the first of the third term he's missed. That would have been huge.
No, we actually live in Garraween. I've been having a few too many barbecues and my neighbour's suing me.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's
I pissed myself when I saw that crap.
What's the crime? Or what's the tort?
I don't know, bloody enjoyment of land, I guess, is what she's trying to argue. The smoke and fumes and stuff.
Jeez.
You have to be a cow to argue that, though, I reckon.
You'd have to argue that it's somehow, like, actually bad for you, I reckon.
Oh, look at you, Hoodie. I'm hypothesising about torts.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Because then you can sue people for farting.
Mate. Oh, I love how that's the conclusion you've arrived.
No, my mind went to bad smell.
That's your brilliant legal mind at work.
Ooh, Geelong are coming hard here. On the football field.
Yeah, another goal or two quickly for him makes it interesting. Lock it in here. Henry. Ooh.
Brody says, remember when Kados did AFL big calls and said he would go for Geelong if Ablett went back there? I don't remember that. I've only been watching Caden for like a year and a half. I don't get to watch every vid. But that is funny.
And that's probably before Melbourne gave him the year of hope as well. He is a Melbourne man, isn't he?
Yeah. Wait, sorry, who?
Kados.
I wasn't listening. You can't call me out. What'd you say?
I said he's a Melbourne man, and that would have been before his year of hope with Melbourne.
Oh,
is what I said.
Maybe, yeah.
Because Gaz went to Geelong the year Melbourne got good.
Yeah. True. That's a good point.
So he would have still been a pessimistic Melbourne man before that year of anomaly.
Probably, yeah.
Anomaly is probably a little harsh. I think they could get back to that level.
I want to get him on potty and ask him about what it's like to go for Melbourne. I want to get Twisty3 on the channel as well. He's a big gamer.
Yeah.
He's got like 40,000 subs.
Shit.
He's a gun at gaming, like sport gaming vids.
Yeah.
I really like watching him, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind watching a few gaming vids. I watch a lot of RuneScape vids actually.
He does like career modes for cricket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get around it. He's been doing he uploads like a day 4 Ashes video on day 4 of the second, the test. He does it live, not live. Let's see what the cricket score is.
Oh yeah, good call.
Start delayed, 1-23 still.
Raining again, I'm guessing.
So Owen Kosh has asked, how would you guys rank the finals teams midfields from 1 to 8? God, that's hard. It's hard without a pen and paper. All right. I'd say Collingwood up there.
1.
Collingwood, Geelong, and Richmond up there.
Dogs are in the finals, don't forget.
Yeah.
G-Dubs are in the finals as well.
Who's probably got the worst? I'd say Essendon's.
Yeah. And then...
I'm loath to say the Eagles are the 7th best midfield.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too harsh.
Richmond? Could be
on paper maybe, but their team has actually performed really well.
Functionality.
Preston has come real good this year.
Yeah, he's re-established himself.
I don't know. I don't think Brisbane's is that shit hot.
Yeah. Top heavy.
Yeah.
Zorko, Neil.
Yeah.
Lions is probably the third mid, I'd say.
Yeah.
McCluggage is decent, I guess.
Yeah.
Even
I don't think it's that much, if at all, better than West Coast.
It's better than West. Oh, not better than West Coast. Sorry, West Coast is better than Brisbane.
You reckon?
I was trying to say, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
West Coast is pretty bloody good.
It is good now. Yeah.
Yo, Gaff, Shuey, Redden, Sheed.
Sheed's probably that
Nick Nat, if you're counting rucks.
Yeah, well, Nick Nat does paper over a lot of cracks. He's influential. Footy's piece. Geelong are trash, mate. Just like you. Joking. Mate, sorry. I love that.
Lukey Dahl.
We don't actually live in Giraway or Balga. I think some people have responded to that, but
Yeah, we wouldn't leave this much equipment lying around in those suburbs.
mind you, where I live, yeah,
You've had a few break-ins.
it's a dangerous place to have equipment. Put it that way.
Yeah, pretty good here.
Yeah, pretty safe. Yeah, because you're already in prison.
Absolutely. I just get a nice setup. I've ratted on a few people, so they've given me this nice room to spend my time in. I'm like that old dude in Godfather that ends up slitting his wrists in the bath.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why I went that direction.
Really dark.
I was more thinking because he's pretty much sitting around in this military base playing pool in like this fucking luxury suite, but they've hooked him up within a military base so he doesn't get assassinated because he's ratting on all the mobsters. Takashi698 ratting on people.
Donate to the stream to save Busher from debt from being sued. Is this for cooking or farting?
Yeah, I'll probably get sued at some stage.
You should be in jail.
On the plus side, I can defend myself. How well?
In prison, that farting will come in handy. They won't want to touch you.
I don't think anybody would want to touch me anyway in prison. What's that movie? Oh yeah, the bloody Rob Schneider movie where you get... Is it the Rob Schneider one or the Will Ferrell one where they go to prison and he gets a tag on the arse?
50 First Dates.
No, you know the bloody prison movies where it's like they're like rich businessmen and they go to prison. There's like one with like Rob Schneider and one with Will Ferrell, and it's basically the same thing.
Really don't know.
It's literally the same premise where they learn to defend themselves in prison because they're like well-off blue-collar criminals going to like maximum security prisons.
The Longest Yard.
No, that's sort of similar again though, really.
Is it?
Well, yeah, high-profile blue-collar crime guy going to like a gnarly prison. Ex-professional footballer in Longest Yards instance.
Who is that?
Adam Sandler.
Was he? Why is Adam Sandler playing an athlete?
He does often, weirdly enough.
He played like a real jock, like alpha male. Hey. That's a terrible Adam Sandler impression.
Yeah.
Remember that time I tried to do a Rob Schneider impression?
I think
Were you there? And I was like,
was this a study session?
Adam Sandler, let me be in your movie.
That whole brigade of dudes would just sound like hang-ons.
That was pretty much purely from 50 First Dates because he plays like this Mexican little dude.
Oh, the Q-tip I see getting a mention in the conversation. Yeah, Get Hard, that is one of the movies I was talking about.
I don't think that's what he's asking.
No, Get Hard is the title of one of the movies.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then Quinn Lynch. I had a mate who had to ruck against him in local ammos. He reckons it was one of the roughest days he's ever had as a ruckman.
I bet, yeah.
Got belted around by the Q-tip.
Damn. That sounds a bit sexual.
Especially because Quentin Lynch is involved.
Clarkson is galvanised by the sea. Nowadays it's not too... Oh, Clarkson. As in, I was thinking Alistair Clarkson. I think he means the suburb.
Oh, no, Clarkson the suburb, yeah. Belted by the sea.
Well, Collingwood side bottom streams into 50. He's got to kick this, surely.
Snagged it.
That hurts Geelong. They've only kicked 4 goals. It is steep from here.
I'm bloody hopeless with Perth suburbs north of the river.
Yeah, we just gave away that we're south of the river. They're closing in on us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm a bit average with it too.
I think I've given closer directions on one of the other live streams, actually.
Well, everyone knows I went to Curtin, so that's a bit of a giveaway.
That's Perth wide. I know people that go to ECU and they live in Rockingham.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but they're insane. I know people that study in Joondalup and live in Byford.
Fuck that.
Yeah, legit.
I'd drop out.
Well, this person in particular had like 1 unit left, and then she failed it because she was working full time in Melbourne.
Ooh.
So I've given that away too.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a mate, he dropped out, but he lived in Hopeland, which is like near Serpentine, like farmland. And he just attracted to uni. He ended up dropping out. Don't think he liked it. Wasn't for him.
Yeah, we went to this uni with that Josh guy who used to get the train from Edgewater every day. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be as bad as some of these other ones, but
Yeah.
I thought that would have sucked.
Even the homies we had out in Mundaring, that sort of way, that's a bit of a trek.
True.
Few people out of that way in Law, actually.
Yeah. Adelaide Crow says, I hope Charizard streams tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so too. I haven't seen much of him or heard much from him.
Good grab.
I've had a busy week though, to be fair, but I don't think he's uploaded since his Gold Coast video. So hopefully, he said that he wanted to stream every final, so hopefully he's just being slack and there's no other reason he's not uploading. Be good to see him back tomorrow. Oh, good goal, man. A goal. It's back to 20 points. See, Bush is still into it. There's still a game on.
I was saying that, mate. I was the one piping that train.
Nah, you were ready to run him off, and I was like, no.
Don't you put this evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Jimbo's dog is trying to tell us something.
Quentin Lynch over Josh Kennedy.
Please stop that.
Yeah, look, he's not necessarily wrong. Majestic.
Yeah, he'd rank higher in all-time players for Collingwood.
Absolutely.
Quentin Lynch did not look like coordinated enough to play AFL, but he was actually an okay player.
Yeah, he could pluck a grab old Q-tip. That's for sure.
He played wing for a few years.
Fuck.
Yeah, in like 08.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I've always known him as more of a key.
Yeah, well, he was started as a forward, then we made him a defender, key defender, and then we threw him back forward during the glory days. And then we went and rebuilt, he was chucked on a wing, and then he was a forward ruck at the end of his career. Do an Aussie accent, please. These are Australian accents.
My bloody true blue as cobber.
That wasn't. This is an Australian accent.
I'm true bloody blue, mate. I'll stick where I'm going right now. Bronze?
I don't know how to not do an Australian accent.
Yeah, fucking oath, mate. Oh, mate, I'll say a few cliches, a few bloody shrimps on the barbie, that sort of jazz, but bloody...
Stop, please.
I always talk like this, to be fair.
Yeah, but shrimps on the barbie, you're better than that.
Yeah, that is definitely a troped cliche.
I wonder if people hear us and think, because we're from Perth, we sound different. Mind you and I sound very different to each other.
Yeah.
I got a very, watered down Aussie accent because I lived overseas. But even my dad's accent, mind you, he lived overseas too.
Uh-huh.
But I think, even just my dad's side of the family has a bit of a watered down Aussie accent. Oh, so Hamish is giving us gold tonight, I've got to say.
Uh-huh.
He says, do a Busher accent, Jesse, and Jesse do a Busher do it. So do a Busher accent, Jesse, and Busher you do my accent.
I'm trying to think how I'd do
I
it.
can't imagine you even trying to do my accent. I don't think you're capable.
I can't even imagine you trying to do my accent. Luke Shuey is the greatest person I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
You just made me sound really gay. That's
I
all.
would get on my knees
That is your
for Luke
impression.
Shuey.
Okay, alright. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, here's fucking Ross Lyon.
Oh, that fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, copper Tim Kelly. You do actually have a lot of Busherisms.
Yeah.
You used to say has potential all the time. You wouldn't say if I'd say, let's do this, you wouldn't say yes. You'd be like, has potential.
Yeah. I've always been an indecisive guy though, so that's always been one where I just go, yeah, I'll think about it.
I am leaning towards the scale of the no rather than saying the yes. you always do it long-winded.
Yeah. Even watching Trailer Park Boys, I feel like I'm a non-stupid version of Ricky, who's the character has he says a lot, he has a unique way of expressing himself.
Yeah.
That's not a bad way of putting it.
Yeah, you do have.
But he has about 1.5 brain cells.
Yeah.
And literally runs on dough.
So you do have a lot in common.
No, I have 2.5 brain cells.
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah.
That is significant. Do you ever feel defeated that you probably can't ever get one for an AFL channel? Oh, I don't know. 1 mil's a fair way away. With the AFL channel on is 150k subs. I'll be very happy if I get any of that.
Yeah, that'd be because it is pretty niche market, really. Only 26 million people in Australia. Most of the footy watching community is not really YouTube based.
That's true. But I do have a second channel called Jesse Thomas. Get around it. I'll be doing more videos probably after the finals. I'm trying to spend all my time doing footy videos at the moment.
He also has a premium Snapchat for those who are interested.
I don't.
The Shadow Realm. Yugi boy, is that you?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're a long way off hitting the ceiling as a channel because we're we just got 5.5k, so still a long way to go. Like you can still, I reckon you can have a career on YouTube at like 50,000.
Yeah, I've seen these RuneScape guys doing it, Some of these RuneScape dudes are killing it,
What we have, at the risk of going all businessy, is like a good model that you can monetize. So like, getting a sponsor for the podcast, for instance. Whereas a lot of YouTubers don't have something they can get sponsored. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Mate, we should hit up breweries and be like, we'll bloody be the official podcast for your bloody grog.
Anyone marketing to 18 to 35 male. That's what most of the thing is. Dockers complain about the couch. They get rid of the couch. They get a new couch. They sack the couch after 3 years. So where do they get their couch from, Hamish?
Yeah, I can see why getting rid of our couch has been an issue with some of our recent injuries. Like they don't have a place to relax. It's quite an imposition on the players.
Oh, that's so funny. Got him!
Yeah. Only another 10-year wait. I'll take that at this point.
Yeah. Richmond or Brisbane? So yeah, you tip Brisbane, I tip Richmond.
I think I also tipped that being the grand final, didn't I?
Yeah, Joycey did too. I think Collingwood Richmond.
Like I was saying to Joycey the other day, though, when we did the same thing at the same time, great minds think alike. That was last night in the group chat. We were talking about McGrath, I think, at the same time. We both, at the exact same time, typed a comment, how good is McGrath?
That was amazing.
Yeah, mate. Great minds think alike, mate. Unfortunately, you weren't a part of that synchronised brain activity.
Selwood's bleeding again. This is a joke. Surely he just carries around blood capsules. This goes, it's the third quarter now. Haven't used my blood capsule.
Here's the definition of head over the pill.
That's you on the weekend, mate.
Well, mate.
At footy.
Absolutely. Not that I've played in like...
Glass, Kerr, Quinton, Cox or Embley. Probably Cox, but Kerr is very close after that, I reckon. And then Glass, and then Embley, and then Lynch, maybe?
Yeah, I'd probably have to say Cox or Kerr. Us also deserves a bit of love.
Hamish says he had one brain cell and it was damaged during listening to Busher say, yeah, I'll copper Kelly. Kelly streaming up the wing.
Speaking of Kelly.
Oh, it was a good kick. Geelong are lingering. They really are lingering. Oh,
Lukey Dahl.
Dowhouse snaps and misses is now down to 19 points. How's your battery going? It's charging,
Yeah, fully charged.
Dope.
On what? The laptop on my phone?
New laptop.
Yeah, the laptop's good, mate. Plugged her in ages ago.
Gross.
Roost it, Tui.
One more goal before three-quarter time to Geelong, and then we've got a game on our hands. If it goes the other way, then there might be toast. It's a very crucial next goal.
Gary Rowe.
Oh!
Grind.
Very questionable disposal there.
Adams probably close to best on ground from what I've seen.
Yeah, let's have a look at some stats.
It's probably just coincidentally been every time I've looked up he's had it.
2 goals, 21 possessions,
Okay, fair
and
enough.
8 clearances. So your instincts were right. That's huge from him.
Yeah, that's a big game, especially with a quarter and a bit to go. You tipped him as a potential dynamic man in finals, I believe, didn't you?
So sorry?
You tipped him as a potential man to be dynamic in the finals, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it was mostly because of his huge grand final. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I can see him having a big final series. And that is exactly what we're seeing transpire here. And this is such a huge win for Collingwood if they get there. Well, for both teams, really.
Yeah. A week off, mate. It's always handy.
Yeah.
Dark to Bruce.
If Geelong play West Coast next week, I'd really love to see them wear white shorts and the Eagles wear the full royal blue. We've done that in the past. I'm really into the aesthetic of like football and jumpers and stuff. Pendlebury might have just... I don't even know what I was going to say.
Game 300. Did BT just say?
Goal 300? Nah, he would have kicked 300 goals.
Game 300, I think.
Really?
Surely not.
Did we miss that? Not much about Pendlebury.
I'm Googling it.
Getting a little X-rated
Yeah,
in the
300
comments.
games.
Really? Oh, 300 games.
X-rated in the comments. What's going on here?
Hamish says, my coach is so soft I would rub it until it's hard. Yeah, well, that's how Ross Lyon got sacked, all right?
The Ross Lyon special.
I did see this,
I
actually.
heard an urban rumour the other day, actually, about Sumic's circumstances leaving the club. So one of those rumour things, take it with a pinch of salt, but apparently he made acquaintance with a marketing girl.
Have I heard that before? I don't think so. Geelong with a quick reply. Oh, he's fluffed the kick.
Have you? I think I know where you might have heard that before. We'll talk about it later, though.
All right. If that rings a bit familiar, but I don't know if it's Sumit.
Because I think I know where you heard it, and I want to hear your theory on that later.
Okay. It's cryptic. I don't know.
You'll see why when I tell you.
Do I collect any jumpers? Nah, not really. I have some Eagles jumpers. I have a yellow one, and I have a grand final premiers one. Yeah, no, I have a few different Eagles ones, but I wouldn't say I collect them as such. But I remember you do, don't you?
I got a mate who's pretty much got every team.
Wow.
He's a man who has far too much spare money. Well, I was actually more, he was an apprentice and he was just frivolous as shit with his money when he was an apprentice.
Yeah, okay. See you, Brody. Thanks for joining the stream. It's been real.
Have a good one, mate.
$25 points. You just feel, yeah, like I said, Geelong.
Yeah, she's an uphill battle. They'd won another snag or two before quarter time. I feel really comfortable in this game. Well, not even comfortable, but chance.
Let's have a look at Geelong's performances at the MCG this year.
I'm surprised it hasn't come up as a topic of conversation with the whole home game thing, their performance at the MCG.
So in round one, they beat Collingwood at the G. In round five, they beat Hawthorn at the G.
Austin 3:16 left in the game. Sorry.
That's all right.
I just had to make a Stone Cold Steve Austin reference there with the 3:16.
They beat Essendon in round 7 at the G. They smashed Richmond at the G. So, going pretty well here. In fact, have they lost? No, they haven't lost the game at the G yet. On here.
Don't tell me they have a better record at the G than they do at home.
No, they lost to Hawthorn at the G.
Most people do.
No, they don't.
Well, when
Hawthorn missed finals.
historically,
Yeah.
and even when they're down, they still knock off people.
Yeah. So this would be their second loss at the G this year. Out of like 6 or 7 attempts.
That could have been his third. Ooh.
Tackle.
Yeah, probably not ball quiet. Ooh. That could have been out on the full. That could have been out on the full.
I think it stayed in, personally.
The kick.
Yeah.
Average handball.
Yeah, turnover.
Take those handballs to West Coast, mate. No, I'd settle for even those handballs at Fremantle. It's an improvement on what we currently have served up skills-wise.
Darcy Moore's hairstyle changes almost his back when he went.
Yeah, he's got a real bland bloody...
But it's like, it's almost deliberately ugly. Do you know what I mean? Which is harsh. But it's
Still,
just,
I'd say that more about Maynard.
yeah, true.
Because that's obviously intentional, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. But Darcy Moore's almost trying to be low-key, but it's also drawing attention to him because it's really weird looking.
Yeah.
It's a bit mean.
I've heard a few theories about Darcy Moore.
Yeah. Let's not go there on the live stream.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go there, don't worry.
Yeah, I just realised this will be 1-12 Geelong after the bye if they lose this.
Yeah, they really don't like the bye, do they?
Oh, tackle. Danger. Well done.
Ooh, high tackle.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Unlucky Danger.
Who's that with the ball? Noble.
Nah, I won't reveal which buddies I work at. But, yeah. Some people have said g'day to me, though, at work. Recognise me from the channel, which is nice. Always appreciate people saying hello.
No, they recognise you from the commercials, mate.
What are you going to say from the wanted posters?
No, the commercials, mate. Isn't it a requirement to be in a commercial at Bunnings, mate?
No.
That's what it seems like from the ads, at least.
Only a select few make it. I'm not handsome enough.
They have auditions, don't
They said I have a face for the radio ads.
they?
So I started a YouTube channel to prove them wrong. 5,500 subscribers later, and they're... 20 seconds, last chance for Geelong to load up. Oh, with a quarter to go. That'll be it. 25 points, likely the three-quarter time margin. No, I haven't done a Bunnings ad. I'm just waiting for them to offer. No, not really. I don't even know if you can do it in WA. Actually, you can. I've definitely seen them. They've done some ads specific for like Bayswater for some reason.
That was my impression of a siren.
Okay, Pete. Sorry. I had a coffee before we started the podcast, and I have been going ever since.
Yeah. Looks like I'm back in charge. How are we? Me, I also went to Curtin uni-wise. High school-wise, I went to Leeming, even though I didn't really live near there. I I got in their Smart Kid program and stuck with it, I guess. Hard to believe I got in the Smart Kid program, I know. As for Jesse, I believe the school he went to was called the Abu Dhabi School for Abu Dhabians. I don't even know. I'd definitely say I'm the most handsome Dockers fan in the AFL football community, I'm not going to lie. Actually, I don't even know if there are other Dockers fans in the AFL YouTube community. This weekend, it's sounding like at this stage my folks might be stitching me up and leaving me home to babysit my sister and the dog. I had a knife pulled on me at high school, actually, funnily enough. That was a fun time. I used to be a kid who liked to wear the old New York Yankees stylish caps, the pricey ones. And I had a derelict kid pull a knife on me one day, so that was fun.
What? When?
At high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was like, no biggie, really.
They're leaving?
Yeah.
Not the school, the...
I've already said I
it's
didn't
really...
I said I didn't live near there, so I didn't really...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But we did make the news 3-4 times while I was there.
But you are still a student at leaving, are you?
Yeah, I'm redoing grade 12. Because I was like, Jesse went to Abu Dhabi school for Abu Dhabians.
I was laughing at his hard to believe you got through high school untouched.
Yeah, that's where I brought up the knife pulling story.
Yeah. That's harsh, Hamish. I thought we were friends.
It sounds like I went to school at Rockingham.
Not that far.
I'm not quite that much of a bogan, but I'm close.
Oh, I haven't used the footy as a prop in this at all.
I might.
This is the
Have a
grand.
bit of 3/4 time kick to kick.
This is a 2018 grand final ball. AFL sent it to me.
Best and worst thing about WA, for me, best thing would be Roto. I love being there. Pretty much home to me, really. Feel comfortable there, love it. Beautiful waters, all that jazz. Worst thing about WA, Freo Doctor can be a bit of a pain in the ass, and the Arvo can be a bit nippy.
I guess I just wish it was a bit closer to other cities.
Yeah, it is a bit isolated, I'll give you that.
But the most isolated city in the world.
Yeah, just that.
A bit isolated, yeah.
Just a smidge.
Hamish says I'm not biased enough to the Eagles. Yeah, fair. I do have my moments.
Yeah, you can get quite pessimistic on them, I found. The Rugby World Cup as well. A few World Cups happening at the moment. By that I mean 2. That I know of.
Yeah. Excited to play the Cats next week. Yeah, I am actually looking forward to it. I'll be pumped if we win that. That's when I'll get excited.
Your hopes will start creeping back up.
Someone's asked what's the score. We've got it up the top middle. 61-36 to Collingwood. 3/4 time.
A good pie at the Hillary's Boat Harbour, you reckon, Hamish? Good pizza pie? As they say in Yankee Doodle Land.
Hillary's great. I just never get to go there because it's so far.
Yeah, it is a bit of a trek. Still, I've got a mate of mine, he just, every now and again, he'll just ring, like, want to go for a drive, and I just go, we end up at bloody Hillary's pretty much every time.
Yeah.
It's his fuel, though, so I'm just happy to sit back and enjoy the ride. Talk some shit.
What would you do if Pius chokes? I don't know, it'd be a great game of footy.
Make it more interesting.
Yeah.
You'd get to see some dynamic reactions from the boys on the stream.
Bushel will take his shirt off. We have been traded. We've done 2 live streams, and they were both probably the 2 best games of the year. So I feel maybe there is a comeback coming.
What happened to Mitchy Duncan? Did we to go as well for that
I
matter?
actually don't know. I wonder if the app will tell us. Probably not.
Who's that with the go? Greenwood. Must have been an emergency.
No, he's not playing. As in,
Oh, did Greenwood play and then
Yeah.
get injured as well?
Yeah.
Shit. He looked like he'd play. Yeah, he's done. That could help Geelong come back. Collingwood
Yeah.
2 men down.
Shit, it's bad for Collingwood, man. Their injuries have been terrible this year.
Yeah, they've had a bad run with it, that's for sure.
Well, the good thing for them is they're likely to now get a week off again.
And they're a lot better off a bye than Geelong would have been if they had one.
Yeah. Hey, we should get real mean now. LA Crow says, do you guys get around Glory, Scorchers, and Wildcats in the summer? The Scorchers, yes. The Wildcats, not for me personally. I don't like basketball.
Mate, you'd love the Wildcats, mate. They win pretty much every other bloody year.
Yeah, I just don't really like basketball that much, to be honest with you.
You don't like success, mate.
Mate, I love success. Why go for the Eagles? Actually, that's not why. I went for the Eagles when they were mediocre, to be fair. Like, I started going for them for mediocre. I've never really thought of them as a real successful team. Well, they are, but, like, I don't know. It's not why I picked them or anything.
Other than Collingwood, they're probably almost the most successful club, like, business-wise.
I think we make.
You have the most assets.
profit.
You have more assets than anyone, I think.
We're more profitable, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're the most profitable in the league. I think it's only pokies that sort of separate Victoria.
Yeah. They're lucky with them.
Riley's heading off. Good luck in your grand final, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Good luck, rest up, get some Z's.
Oh, and the question as well with Perth Glory. Nah, so I vaguely support Perth Glory, so I'll follow the scores, but I never watch the games. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'd rather watch that for sure.
Yeah, I'm not really a soccer dude. That's substitute these guys liking soccer for me liking basketball. That's a fair way to do it.
Does any heat go on? Chris Scott says Tiki Snee if the Cats go out in straight sets. Is any heat going in?
Hard to say, probably not. If they had another disappointing year after going out in straight sets, you could see the pitchfork wielding people starting to come out calling for his head.
I don't know. I think there would be scrutiny for sure if the team goes out in straight sets.
Yeah.
There always isn't a team that goes out in straight sets, but generally he's been a very successful coach, and Geelong were a very successful team. So
it'd get put under the microscope in the media, but it wouldn't affect his job security.
Yeah, you'd hope not. Is that he's missed, Parker's missed, so back to 24 points.
Handy point, even 4 goals.
Ian Maguire is a crackhead. I don't believe you. But it did surprise me that Bomber Thompson was, say,
Heisenberg.
drug user, yeah. This game's become very attritional at the moment. There is quite contested, not a lot of free-flowing footy.
Is Scott just not getting games, or is he not healthy?
I can't remember. Let's have a look. I don't think he's a walk-up start in the team.
I
feel like Scott had a lot of potential, but never fulfilled it.
When he got games at Geelong, I liked him actually. He was a really good defensive mid. Like, he had really good tackle count. He
He's good at West Coast too,
Yeah.
but I feel like he...
Did he win a BNF for you guys?
Yeah, as an offensive mid.
Yeah.
He won a BNF as an offensive mid in a team that came fifth. That was his best ever season, but he never really recaptured that since he busted his ankle and it never really...
Yeah, that's a bad run for a footy player, the old ankle.
Yeah, he's not on the injury list.
Yeah, just out of the side. I like Hoskin Elliott.
Yeah, good player.
I remember when Goey went out, I was trying to decide to go in my draft league, and I was trying to think someone to replace him. I went, Hoskin Elliott will get more of a crack in now. Chuck him in, but he killed it, got like 120 points. So I was pretty tough.
Oh, what a kick. Who was that?
Yeah, that was a dart.
Amazing kick inside 50 from that Collingwood player. And now Stevens is lining up for a goal to just about seal it, in my opinion.
Could have been Hoskin by the sounds.
It was a left-footed kick. I don't think it was. I think Hoskin Elliott passed it off, but I could be wrong. Stevenson has missed.
Yep.
Not made the distance, in fact.
Came up short.
I'm kind of going for Geelong now.
Yeah, just to make a game of it.
I'm happy for Collingwood to win the flag, though. They're a good team. Play Geelong.
Good tap. Ricky Dow.
Geelong streaming forward.
Sparkle Narkle.
They've pretty much got to make everything count now, and Narkle has missed.
That was a grubber.
Geelong streaming forward.
Just have audio playing from 30 seconds behind on the stream through the current stream. Get a bit of inception happening.
Yeah, that wouldn't ruin it. Do we have any Geelong fans in here? Yeah, that's all me and Hamish. What's going on with that again?
You're sitting at home having a few beers, getting a bit of liquor rage on us.
I don't think he's old enough. That was my impression of Hamish. Adams, 2 goals, 25 possessions.
Mate, if he's old enough to play golf with Trevor Nisbet, mate, he's old enough to bloody drink a beer.
All the support is on early in WA. Yeah, that is a plus. I was talking to Backyard Charles the other day, and he just realised like Friday night games are on at 5:30 or 5:50 in WA, and it blew his mind. He's like, "Oh my god, that's still the afternoon."
Yeah, Melbourne seems to run on a different time. And I was like,
it's almost as though they're 2 hours forward.
Well, I more meant like they'll start games at like 9 o'clock, like 8 o'clock at night or whatever.
7:30 usually.
That's the late start for a game.
Or 7:50. Yeah, to us it is, but for them that's like
exactly. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Literally go, oh, their time zone's a different, so their time is different.
I've noticed that Melbourne seems to be on a different time zone to us.
I'm more meant like, because how you see it in European cities, how like they'll like have stuff open till like 10 o'clock and have more of a.
That's true. Well, I think it's just the broadcasting because like our home game, like our Friday night or Saturday night games in Perth are actually at 5:30 local time when the Eagles play and the Dockers play.
That's what I mean.
6:10.
So people watching over East don't start watching until like 7:30.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when their own home games are there at 7:30 as well. So it's always pretty much at the same time.
bloody hilarious. The old boy even gets triggered at 6 o'clock and he's like, how do these Eastern Staters put up with it bloody at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
These games.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Well, Sunday night, that's literally a common time slot for these guys. The Spies Act is joining, at least that's the first time I've seen him in the chat. Welcome to Spies Act.
G'day.
How far do the Pies go? I reckon the Pies win the flag, personally.
They make a prelim, probably Randy, at this stage. Well, they'll definitely make a prelim, obviously, really.
Yeah.
Don't know what I was sort of thinking, covering my ass. Yeah, don't know what I was covering my ass there.
Hmm. 12 minutes remaining. 25-point margin. Doesn't sound too significant, but I feel like the trend of this game is we're not going to get 5 goals out of Geelong.
Yeah, highly unlikely. Still 666, baby. Anything can happen.
Timbo slice goes deep. No, not deep. It's a very shallow inside 50. Collingwood stream easily out of their back line again. Ooh. I wonder if I made a mistake in the title of this video. Getting a lot less views. Didn't use AFL in the title.
You goofed up.
Yeah, probably.
You got to know how to manipulate that algorithm, mate.
I think I've done a pretty good job.
18 people, mate.
Yeah, it's probably a start.
Yeah.
Killed off a lot of interest as well.
Still, we had a pretty shit start on one of them and salvaged it.
Once again, guys, appreciate you guys sticking through despite the shitty start we had to this one. Always a bit slow to start here at True Footy.
Yeah.
In every sense.
We finish hard and strong, though.
Oh. You belong in prison. Roger's here. Hey, Roger, that's cool that you didn't know. I didn't really advertise it because we didn't know until last minute that we were going to do it. But thank you for joining us. What do you think of the game so far? Bush should become a West Australian meme. Yeah.
Already
are. Who's your favourite YouTuber? Nothing to do with footy. For me, True Geordie. Love True Geordie.
I love me some Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan's sick. Yeah.
I love some of these RuneScape guys as well. I alluded to it earlier. Some of them, I just love watching them just do tedious shit on RuneScape.
Yeah. I like Twisty for his gaming videos.
What else do I watch a lot of? The Big Les Show, I guess you'd count that as YouTube.
I don't get that one.
Mate,
I don't understand it.
I love it, mate. Mate, you don't get it. You bloody lived it, mate.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
Geelong start by you boys. At least you turned it around. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. We did. I'm glad we got it going. It did look a little iffy for a while there. Wonder if Tim Kelly will be able to go to the next level at his new team, Freo. Well, I think that's bold. I don't know if he gets to Freo.
I like it. As I say on the podcast, we should back up a dump truck full of money on his front lawn and say, it's all yours, buddy, come to Freo.
Back up a dump truck on his chest and just say, hey, buddy, come join us.
Jesse Hogan's already been pitching him.
I agree, Roger. Jesse Hogan, yeah.
Yeah.
Loves a dump truck.
It's the best thing he's done all year for us.
He's hosted some killer parties, bro.
No, his first game was pretty good. He had the 20 posies in the midfield.
Did he? Jesse Hogan?
Yeah, they stuck him in the midfield his debut game.
Huh. That's such a Ross Lyon dick thing to do, eh? It's like, yeah, we don't need a key forward, recruits a key forward and plays him in the gut. That's such a fucking Ross Lyon thing to do.
Yeah, fucking Ross. Stubborn bastard.
Kelly. Oh, Kelly. That was possibly their last chance.
I think that ship sailed.
No, I think 18 points there would have been... Yeah, but I still, yeah. Very strong performance by the Pies. Hopefully, Geelong are warned a little bit. Oh, great smother by Howe on the replay. West Coast versus Geelong next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I think the Eagles are a chance. If it was GMHBA, I'd give us no chance of winning it, though. And Geelong would probably win this game if it was GMHBA too, so they'll be feeling a bit rough. Ooh, shot on goal, 8 minutes to go. Geelong have the ball. Eagles to beat Geelong next week, asks in think weather will play a role. I don't know, still a good team. West Coast will be hungry. I can see West Coast winning, but it's pretty 50-50 for me. Despise Act is off. See you, mate. Cheers. Gotta kick it. Oh, out the full. Didn't even.
I could have kicked that.
Not good enough, Dow House.
I could have fucking kicked that. Thinking I'm a left footer, it probably would have helped a bit on that one.
Dumb sheet pocket.
Mate, down at North Fremantle, that's known as the Daniel Busher pocket, mate.
Dangerfield with a very, very outstanding goal. That was brilliant from Dangerfield. Wow.
He looked dangerous there.
It's 3 goals now.
Wonder what bloody Geelong are paying on the live bet.
Bush is looking up the live bet, see if it is worth jumping on Geelong.
I always do it foolishly.
Yeah.
One of these days it'll pay off. 21-1. Let's see what Bloodbrokes has any better odds.
West Coast will win next week, then face Richmond at the prelim. Win that and GF rematch. Jeez, how good would it be?
Wouldn't it be nice?
I'd give us a chance on a sunny afternoon to beat Richmond, but travelling to Melbourne and then back again in the same week, I don't know. It's a challenge the boys wouldn't be used to. Geelong surging forward again. Not quite. Good midfield defence by Collingwood. Is this Tui? Goes deep inside 50. There's a penetrating kick and a great mark by Darcy Moore.
Darcy Moore up forward.
Nah, defensive mark.
Oh yeah, Tui's a fucking, yeah. My bad. Log in, Ladbrokes. Oh, BT definitely got to get on now, mate.
Oh, Howe's kicked that on the full, but not a bad kick, really. No, it was not great. Now Geelong have another kick. Is that Tui? Oh, only Geelong players fly. Deep inside, Geelong's forward 50. And a clearing kick. Oh, Connor's chopped mark. Oh, you idiot. Who's that? 24. Oh my God, that is shameful. Got run down from behind, no awareness. That is embarrassing. Oh.
Okay, this could be good. It's taking me ages to put money in my betting account. If Collingwood kick this, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
Anyway, I might not bother at this rate.
Do you live stream when you're making love? No, we do that privately.
Not on YouTube.
Yeah. Different kind of website we live stream that.
On Jesse's premium Snapchat.
Hamish says, couldn't they just stay in Melbourne? Yeah, I don't think they would, eh? I could be wrong, but I think they'd like to go home and be with their families in between the games and stuff.
Collingwood settling into a bit of kick to kick.
5 minutes to go. 18 points the margin. Sounds pretty close when you say it like that.
Yeah. Quick turnover and goal from Geelong, yeah. Game on. And bet on.
I've had to fight. Did you bet on it?
No.
Oh,
I have to ring up. The people get to see me ring
oh,
up.
true. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Hi, yes, this is Daniel.
Yeah, I'd like to put my left savings on Geelong, please.
I wonder how many people know your first name's Daniel. I wonder if that's the first time we've ever said it on the show.
I think people know, but
Do you reckon?
I think I've made a couple of references. It was like someone's name's I'm like, great name.
Yeah, right. They probably just think you weirdly.
Yeah, just.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah.
Will the Pies celebrate big if they win?
Huh?
Will the Pies be visibly really pumped if they win?
You'd think so, because they had that rough patch. It'd be really good for their
What
confidence.
a shank. True. Now we got a home prelude. That was a shank and a half, but it worked.
Looked like a barrel almost.
Yeah, it was a barrel, but it was like a bit of a flour bag barrel. Oh, Myers! Half it. It's got to make it count. Oh, no.
It's hard with the main man on you like that.
A little bit. He was a little bit held on to. Kelly!
Timbo. I think he has the length. Also the kicking capacity.
Happy birthday, Roger, for Sunday.
Yeah.
Have a bloody sick day.
Absolutely.
At an Asian cuisine. Ooh. I love Chinese food.
I assume it could be Japanese, could be Vietnamese.
Yeah, I know.
Could be anything.
I love Japanese food, actually. And Kelly has Miz. It's a 12 points, 3 minutes to go.
Oh, baby.
We've actually got a game on our hands.
Give me some odds, baby.
I'm still feeling very confident that Collingwood's going to win, but
I love jumping on long shots. They never happen. I just do it because I'm a degenerate.
well, you got that right.
Absolutely. Tell me the odds. If they're good, I'll jump on.
Three minutes to go, 2 straight kicks in it. Oh, you know what I love? A stinky extra time classic.
Oh, mate. A bit of extra fatigue.
Yeah.
Geelong down to $15. Yeah, go on. I'll put $10 on them. PU.
Oh, that crowd's going nuts. Almost want to turn it up, but I think that's a bad idea.
Yep. PU, please.
Oh my god.
How much? What is it? Yep.
Bush is laying a bet.
What was that, sorry?
Roger, are you
Okay, I'll put $10 on that.
Roger, are you Vietnamese?
$10 on Geelong?
Oh, you wrote you Vietnamese. My girlfriend's Vietnamese.
Yeah? Yeah, I'll put $10 on that, please. Pardon? Yes, please. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks. I'm officially on Geelong.
That was a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea.
Nah.
Ball.
That surge from Geelong would have been huge. That Dangerfield inside 50, oh god. He's so impactful. When he dominates, I really feel like he dominates more than anyone. Oh, Geelong go forward. Oh no!
Fuck, man. What?
Just laughing at the playback when you're on the phone. And I'm making fart noises. Minute and 2 to go. Geelong need 2 goals. Very steep.
It's looking like $10 down the drain.
Oh, fumble crucial there.
Fuck me, Selwood.
Hamish now called me childish. Oh, Geelong surge, another inside 50. Take a mark, someone. Oh, Hawkins! Missed.
Fuck me, Hawkins. If he'd got that, it would have been a 6-6-6. Get it out the middle. Could have been on. Easy $150.
Wait, so what was the bet you put on? $15 at $10?
$10 at $15.
Right, yeah.
And I was confused on the phone because the chick's Irish accent was throwing me off. She had a very deep Irish accent.
Fact you were on the toilet clearly would have put her off. Can I please make a bet?
I'd laugh if they blow it after showing this footage of Eddie doing his lap of fucking on.
That would be funny for the memes.
Yeah.
But no,
It's probably not going to happen.
It'd be cool if they got a goal just to make it 4 points. But they haven't. It's all over. Yeah, big celebration. That is a huge win.
Turned into a decent game in the end.
Collingwood definitely going to make a grand final. Oh,
Who are they likely to cop in a prelim?
Brisbane or Richmond, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want Richmond to win, probably.
So they'd rather deal with Brizzy in a prelim. than
Yeah,
Richmond.
I think Collingwood would easily beat Brisbane.
Maybe not easily, but
I think
would beat
easily.
them.
I think 4 or 5 goals. Collingwood too good. They are a very good team. I'd say let's have a look at some of the best players on the field.
Taylor Adams.
Taylor Adams probably wins player of the day. Mind you, he dropped off actually. He only had 5 possessions after we looked at his stats. Sidebottom had 33 and 1. I thought Dangerfield was huge actually. Dangerfield was really impactful.
Yeah.
Tom Phillips, 128 fantasy points, 24 kicks out of 29 disposals.
I didn't notice him too much, Phil. I saw him a couple of times. I didn't really notice that level.
Yeah. Dangerfield had 645 metres gained, the most out of anyone, and 7 clearances. I'm almost tempted to put him BOG, actually. I might vote for him. Sidebottom had a huge game. 15 marks, 161 fantasy points.
I'd probably still go Adams for me because of the clearances and stuff earlier, even though he did drop off. He put them in the position to...
Yeah, I don't know. I might go Danger, BOG. Who was best on ground, guys? Let us know in the comments. Have to get ready for Vietnamese school. Yeah, fair enough. Didn't know that was a thing. But thanks, Roger. Thanks for joining. And soon, mate. Happy birthday for Sunday.
Bloody oath.
Yeah, Geelong look a bit dangerous. I think we can beat them. But it won't be an easy game. It's going to be a big semi-final. A huge semi-final, actually. Geelong West Coast. Some people thought that might have been the grand final maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
There's a potential grand final matchup. Now we're getting in the semi, so that's quite lucky.
A lot of good matchups coming up for these finals, I think.
Yeah, so the other one could be Brisbane Bulldogs or Brisbane GWS or something like that, yeah. Geelong had 54 more disposals and had 6% more efficiency and 16 more inside 50s.
How the fuck did they lose then?
They won the clearances, they won the hit-outs. They won contested possessions by 39. So that's the first game they've lost all year where they've won the contested possessions. They had more uncontested possessions. They had less turnovers. They had 19 marks inside 50. No, I'm reading the wrong stats.
When were these stats?
Oh, I'm reading the wrong stats. I'm reading Geelong Carlton.
You fucking numpty.
That's embarrassing.
Dumbass.
Holy shit. They are so dominant.
Yeah, I didn't say that much fucking dominance. How the fuck did they look?
Let's revisit. Nah, so Collingwood had a lot more disposals. No, so Geelong had 7 more inside 50s. Slightly more efficient. 49 hit-outs to 26. Clearances even, or just about even. Yeah, so it was still pretty tight on. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining in for True Footy Live tonight. I know the quality wasn't as good as it could have been.
Jumpy start.
Yeah, jumpy start. Hopefully we have a bit more luck. Maybe next week. Potentially Geelong West Coast or maybe even the other semi. We'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks very much. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Is there anything you want to say?
Nothing really. No, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much covered it. So I look forward to I'm going to do the podcast. We'll hopefully up early next week. And then I'm going to do my mock Brownlow count this week as well.
Saucy.
So yeah, not even Bush knows who won that. Or did I tell you?
Don't think you did.
Okay, I won't tell you. Cool.
Tell me right now on the live stream to kill the whole
just
video.
kill the whole video.
Nuke it now. Just tell me.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, thanks guys. We will see you soon.